So, if you didn't already, give yourself a long rest. Um, because after night falls and day rises once more, you are awoken to the serenity of the sea, as that's really all you have. The sun is shining, so it's a nice day. The water is a crisp blue with a little more of a slurry churning beneath you, like a gentle tide. And the wind is heavy on your sails, concern light in your heart.
You say long rest?
Yes.
Long rest.
The longest rests.
Fantastic.
So we're still on this accursed ship.
Correct.
Does anyone have like a wind spell? Like give us a boost here so we can get off this thing?
Maybe if you blow hard enough.
Man, I was going to look at Nero, but he pissed somebody off.
Hey, it's renegotiate.
He isn't of much use to us anymore. Shouldn't we just throw him off the boat?
He could be like rations. Emergency rations.
Perhaps a firebolt would help our sails.
I could just burn the ship down.
Acid
Unless-
splash?
Unless we're gonna like trying to recreate like a steam engine here and like make a propeller and like boil some water down below it. Where speaking of technological advancements, where's Fireboy?
He said he can't make it.
Yeah, because
Rough.
he's still like I think his girlfriend has like Christmas plans and all that, and they went like this month, like at the beginning.
Well, I guess do I see any birds, any like seagulls in the air? Anything that would indicate we're close to land?
Um, 1 second.
In the ambience. Aha! Take that!
Yes. I can see a few birds in the sky. Admittedly, a bit high above you, but there are birds.
Say the word, I'll bring one down.
How far are these birds?
A few 100 feet above you.
I'm gonna use speak with animals.
Okay.
What a loser. I was just gonna cast Magic Missile and bring one down and then use Speak with the Dead
On a bird?
Yeah.
on a
You're
bird.
not gonna understand the bird.
Bullshit.
Actually,
I'm well versed in bird.
no, you're not.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be like,
Yeah, I am. All
I'll
you
have
gotta do is
Lara
cast
next to me, so it
tongues.
looks a little bit more convincing that I'm a good guy. Like I want her like propped up on the banister.
Good,
Like,
I'm gonna
hey!
kill
Hey, you up there?
Caw, 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 caw.
Bacall!
Yeah,
Yep,
that's all
I
we
heard
hear
him
is him just screeching.
we just hear him saying cock. That's what we hear.
Caulk, I don't see anything that needs to be repaired around here.
Mhm.
Yes.
So what do you actually want to ask?
How far are we from land?
No, that's not what you're supposed to
Do you
ask.
think a bird knows distance?
You're supposed to ask
imagine.
him what his airspeed
Like,
velocity is when he's
how
unladen.
long?
But he's
How
not
long
a
have you been
swallow.
flying from land?
How do you know? You didn't say what kind of bird it was.
Well, now you know it's not a swallow.
Could be
And even if it
Cray-Lauren.
was, is it African or European?
It
Well,
doesn't
no,
matter.
is it a Cray-Lauren swallow? That's the real question.
Oh my god.
Ah, yeah, it must die. Magic missile.
Like basically, how many days or nights have you been flying from land?
Time is a construct, and a bird would have no idea what that is.
Hang it. Oh, yeah.
I think all animals understand the difference between day and night.
But you're asking it to quantify it.
No, just
Yes, you are.
asking days and nights.
That's
About half a
quantifiable
day.
information. Half a day.
And was there anything on the way from your flight that you saw? People, boats, big wooden things, things that look
Yes.
like what we're in. Oh,
The wake of a giant snake.
I have seen no giant snake.
Oh, you wouldn't understand me. I was just. I'm not speaking in bird. I don't got bird speak.
have any other ships passed that are going in the same direction that we are?
I've seen a lot of wood go to and fro.
All right, so we're in.
I've been going. They've been going the same way as me though.
In which way are you going right now?
Opposite of you guys. He's going like farther out to sea.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Yeah. Do you have any fish?
Actually, I do. I do.
You see this bird like swoop down, land on what your mast. Can I have some?
Yeah, I'll chop off a bit, like without any bones or anything. The finest cut of sushi. I don't know if I have anything else that's like edible.
You just... Okay, so
Yeah,
you chop it off and give it to him.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like a small fillet.
Oh, you're
Hey,
filleting this
fish
bitch?
on.
Okay. This is some fancy fish for the fucking seagull.
The finest sushi for the lad.
You like throw it up and immediately it like grabs as much as it can in its beak and just flaps its wings and begins to fly off.
Hey guys, the bird said we're about half a day's journey away from land.
Good. Good.
That's also the first time you guys ever see me talk to animals.
Yeah, that is true.
I don't know about that. I talk to you as a sheep.
He was a sheep also, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like,
technically counts.
only speaking common.
Badder days.
Oh my gosh.
all right. Somewhat wary. I'm still gonna try to fish.
Do
Okay.
we really want to tempt fate? Remember the
That's
last
why I'm
time we
wary about
fished?
it. But like,
No, I mean, like, I think we could go half a day without food. I don't think it's better to risk it.
I'm not taking advice from somebody that like dove headfirst into a lava pit.
Hey,
Also, shouldn't take advice from someone who literally pissed off a deity.
hey, I tried to renegotiate.
You're
I
an
just
idiot.
didn't have a good position.
Brother, you tried.
You shouldn't have tried to renegotiate. Like that's.
You tried like gunboat diplomacy when you have a pool noodle versus an ironclad. I don't know what to say.
I beg to differ.
All right, cast me a warlock spell, boy. Come on.
No, I can't. I
Exactly.
still have my inborn magic though.
Oh great, you're level 1 like Sparky. I can cast a candle flame with my fucking sorcery level.
Okay. I'm just saying, I turned into lead and I fucked up that water snake. It hurt a lot. I did it. I think I even did more damage than that shit that came out of nowhere. Just saying.
Well, roll me a D100, Solus. You just throwing the line in, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
55.
55. Oh, hey. Okay. What are the rest of you guys going to be doing for about an hour before he catches this fish?
Let's see here.
What do I want to do for an hour on this cursed vessel? I guess I will just Oh wait, is there an owlbear up? I didn't even think about that.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I will say it won't be entirely relevant for this session. Like,
Spoilers!
there's going to be some theater of the mind.
I shall rest in the shade of the sails. And I'll sit there watching. And I'll keep my bow with like an arrow like kind of next to it just in case like we fish up some bullshit.
Yeah?
I'm just gonna be watching. I'm gonna watch Solus just fishing, like arrow ready, just kind of like half paying attention, half sleeping. Just like I better not see anything dumb come off that line.
I'm just gonna be polishing my wares. If we're gonna be not far from town, I'm just gonna be polishing shit. Getting my armor nice and spick and span.
Like I said, land, not town. We could be landing on like the forsaken coast of death for all we know.
Hey, I'm just saying. There might be a night.
At least it'll look good.
around. There might be traveling people. Hell, even a fisherman, I could sell some stuff. I have plenty of reels. Hey, how many hooks you want? 3. Look at that. That's like 5 copper right there.
Bro's a penny merchant.
Penny stocks, my man.
Okay, so you're polishing your armor.
You know, like maintenance, basic stuff. Just cleaning, getting the grime out,
Sure.
licking it,
Uh-huh.
make sure it doesn't taste like salt water.
It's gonna taste like salt water, so
It's also kind of gross that you're licking it.
you're gonna make yourself vomit. So give me a Constitution check, please. Not saving throw. Check.
Check 5. That, I bought this dice too from the mall like 2 hours ago. The first check.
Oh, you're not streaming it.
Oh, goddamn. Thank you for reminding me. I forgot my camera was off.
You're good.
Does it really
I mean, I
count?
still believe you.
Does it count if you didn't?
Yes.
Goddamn.
So this is gonna be like SpongeBob trying Gary's food over and over to try and trace his steps. So you just over and over, you guys can see Nero just licking his salt-covered, grime-covered armor, and just every time, just like half gagging.
Can I make a comment? Please,
Yeah.
for the love of God, Nero. That is disgusting. Stop.
Oh, you gotta appreciate the effort. I could just magic the grime away, but that's not right.
Why? What?
It's about getting it clean, the right way. Also, I saved that trick for cleaning it in front of them. If they say, "Oh, hey, it's too dirty," bam, I clean it instantly and get a discount or more. Plus, hey, I get to have the taste of pennies in my mouth. Pretty good.
Interesting.
The salt water is the bad part.
I'm not sure what to say. I don't know if there's anything I can say. I'm just watching insanity unfold before my eyes.
So, after about an hour passes, Solus, you feel something on the end of your hook, and
Hey.
it takes you about a minute or two to fully reel it in. You're fighting both the sea and the creature, but by the time you do, on the end is maybe a 1.5 foot fish, large fish. Yeah, it's a meal for 4.
Wait a second. Could I do a reaction the second I see something come up and just shoot an arrow at it?
Yeah. So he gets it overboard and immediately just knock an arrow and launch it. It goes straight through the fish. Now you have a meal for 3.
Oh, I thought you had like a sea lamprey or something. That was dangerous.
Meal for 3. 3 rations. All right, and I'm gonna go sit in the little right here next mass and clean my fish and prep it.
Okay. The rest of you.
Just playing with my sword.
Oz.
Chilling on the floor.
You're just flopping it around like Drake.
Okay. Um.
Fucking suck it, army.
You know what? Give me a sleight of hand, Solus. We're gonna see how beautifully you're able to cut and prep this. Are you making a meal as well, or just prepping it?
Oh. Prepping it so I can like pretty much turn it into rations.
Okay,
I'm
then
gonna
the
take
DC is
out-
gonna be lower. So just just
Okay, sleight of hand, sleight of hand,
Yeah.
sleight of hand.
I'm gonna take out the last of
16.
the grass that I stole from the palace garden. I'm gonna start eating it.
it's
I'd
so dried out by now.
I'm gonna roll a performance check and just like have a single tear go down my cheek.
You don't even have to roll a performance. I believe your character would do that.
It's 11 minutes.
Yeah, you can still
Maybe.
do that, man. I
Maybe.
believe your character would be crying because it's the last.
Navy beat Army 31-13.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And when I placed a bet for them, they had a plus 190. So yeah, like another step towards this sick parlay.
$1 billion parlay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 more games. 10 more games and 10 games away from 20K. All right, 10 games away. But the Navy Army one was the first big step.
Well,
This is how we flip $10.
Aina silently weeps on the side of the ship, just staring out into the horizon as she finishes the last of her dried grass. And I'm not talking marijuana. while Solus fillets his fish quite elegantly, to be honest. I'd say you're able to get all the bones out. Or I mean, all the ones you know of. You're not exactly a fucking expert, but
Not a fishmonger.
yeah. But especially for someone that's like you've already got your sea legs, you guys have been on the sea enough. But for someone that's not a typical sailor or a fishmonger, you feel quite satisfied with yourself. I mean, you've got them perfectly sliced off into rations. You know that if you hung them over a smoky fire, you could easily get some dried fish meat, or they'd be amazing for a nice supple stew.
Or dried meat. Meat rations.
Hell, if Nero didn't lick off all the salt from his armor, you might be able to even dry it out and save
On
it.
his armor. Yeah, on his armor.
We got a few barnacles on there. I call that extra protein.
Oh God.
There's no
You know
barnacles.
what's the worst thing I've? You ever watch that TV show Monsters Inside Me?
Hey, yo.
Someone was handling like a fish bucket, and they scratched it. It was like a bait bucket. Apparently, it had barnacle larva in it, and it got in the cut, and grew a barnacle off his bone, and they had to get him on so many medicines. It was starting to grow out of his finger. It's they were
Jesus.
they were at least they didn't have to amputate. They thought they were going to have to, but they managed to kill it. It's that's something.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, apparently
what the fuck?
the salinity of the blood was
I
enough.
thought it was
for the thing to
Dylan.
survive.
Hang on. 1 second.
God, who walked in?
Dylan came in wearing nothing. Just give him
Oh,
a
I'm
minute.
wearing nothing but a smile.
Let me go get that chicken I was cooking.
Sorry, I'm back. I didn't know I was having people over. Dylan invited people over, so I didn't realize. And I felt someone tap on my shoulder, and I thought it was Dylan, and it was not.
Like, awkward.
So I gave him the "What's up, cutie?" and then I saw it wasn't my fucking buddy Dylan. Okay, I'm sorry. What was the last thing you guys said?
Chilling. Letting
We're talking about potentially using Nero's armor to dry out.
Okay, I didn't know if you
Yeah.
guys had said something else.
No.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay. Then you guys are kind of just relaxing, and especially after hearing word that land is not too far away. Spirit, you're just practicing your sword work. Aina, you're savoring every second of that grass. Nero is just polishing with his tongue.
Hey, yo.
I'm just
Great.
checking after it's clean to see how shiny the metal is.
Nah, I like how he said it.
Finn is just praying to his mace, I'm assuming. Finn has hasn't
Fine.
talked more than 10 words in the last 10 sessions.
I don't like the ocean.
I know you don't. You very explicitly have told me.
He just
Ah,
wants to
wrong
see-
fucking.
Filthy.
But you could at least be like Anakin and talk about how you hate it.
What have I done? Not that Anakin. Yeah. Okay. Should I blow the back half of the ship off and just say we lost something? Like, I don't know. Anyway,
No.
that is a good. It's like, well, we're still flying half a ship.
Can someone give me a perception check?
Done. Reception. Boop. 23,
Okay.
sir.
So, after a few hours of sailing with the sun blistering above you, and by this point, the polished metal of Nero's breastplate is somewhat of a mirror reflecting it into your eyes, and he seems to be having a bit of fun with that, occasionally temporarily blinding you all. But Nero, Finn, you basically ignite your mace, tell him you're going to put a dent in it and make him clean it some more, before you notice a few ships approaching you from each side.
It's gonna be a party.
They get closer and closer, and as they do, you realize they are much larger than your own and filled with men covered head to toe in armor and weapons that shine brilliantly against the open seas.
Do their sails have any insignia on it?
Um,
Someone ate.
Spirit, where are you from?
Solus.
Wait a second. It's so
The
funny
Southerner.
that you're.
Whoa, is this like some new lore?
Oh, you're from Solace.
Soulless. I was like, some new lore. Fucking, we know who's the daddy.
Solus's balls.
From his gonads.
This is some
So,
real lore shit, right?
Spirit and Finn, you would recognize the sails
Oh,
as the flag of the Kingdom of Relin.
Ah.
oh shit.
Uh-oh.
So
we
you
got
like a
some, we got some like actual dudes. They're not pirates.
Hmm.
They seem to be tailing you, though no one seems to be waving you down. And they're leaving space between.
Should we wave at them? Spirit? We wave at them.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
How far back are they?
A few hundred feet.
Oh, then
Two.
we can. Yeah, let's just wave at them.
Oh! Arrow to the dome.
This here is a shrimping boat.
None of the armored men seem to give you any mind. However, you see someone break through the front of one of these ships. A man in rather nice clothes, long curly like brown hair. He
Jesus.
brushes it aside as the wind brisks up, and he
You don't
gives
like
a
this
nice
guy.
wave.
It's a fucking pretty boy. Probably royalty for like ships. I don't know. I don't feel like he's like an actual captain.
We should just see if we can follow him to port.
Well, you're leading.
Well, we are.
Oh.
I think
Leading.
we're going to it.
Raise the sails a
Nero.
little bit so we can
Oh,
slow
wow.
down and let him catch up.
What?
And you want to just drop an
What are
anchor,
some
hit the
ways?
e-brake.
Yeah,
No, we're not gonna
does
hit
this
an
boat
e-brake.
have an anchor? Well, this is just in preparation for when we do get to the dock because I don't want a repeat of the last time we got to a dock.
My idea is we
Does
jump.
this thing have anchors?
Let me check here. I wrote down. I got the notes for this. Ethan never sent me stats for our boat. We have oars. We had some basic supplies, only enough food for like 3 days and some water, which I already took and no one told. Let's see here. No, and nothing about an anchor, but I think we implied that we had an anchor before when we said like, oh, we have this down or something. But I would say
How
that would be
about-
up to Ethan.
Let's just have
How
them
about
tow us
how about
back.
I just tie a rope around you and you turn into lead?
I don't want to sink.
Let's raise one of the sails a little bit and then slow down enough and tell them we don't have an anchor and ask if they can tow us into port.
Oh, I was gonna say we could just jump off the boat and I could just transform it back into a rowboat, or turn it into
No.
a book.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we have options.
We
That's
have
all. That's all I'm
options.
here. Yeah. Let's
Plus,
just
why
keep.
do I have to go, you know,
Alright.
in the water to become like the anchor? Why can't I just be on the boat as the anchor?
'Cause anchors don't work that way.
I know, but still worth a try.
Have you ever seen a boat use an anchor while it's still on the boat?
Not for long.
It doesn't work well. Some would say it doesn't work at all because they're carrying it the whole time.
So what are you guys doing then? Are you just gonna keep on sailing? Are you drop an anchor? Are you hoisting sails? What's your plan?
So let's keep our speed, our heading, and just keep on cruising.
Okay.
I'd imagine these guys. Like what I'm thinking are these guys are like some escorts.
Well, another hour or two of boisterous oceans and clattering ships side by side. They seemingly leaving you alone, but you can tell they are indeed guarding your passage with the utmost concern. None of the soldiers call out to you. But eventually one of them drops the rest of their sails and begins to pass you, leading in front before they raise it up. You now have one ship in front, one ship in back as you notice yourself approaching the harbor. Another 20 or 30 minutes pass and you can hear the hustle and bustle of the city. Just the port, the harbor.
Oh. We're almost there, Lara. We're almost there. You can stretch your legs.
You even notice the sound of the birds. They seem to change along with where you're at. Closer to the shores until you hear the sound of the other ship break away and drop anchor. Each one on left, one on right, as they begin to hoist their sails and throw their anchor overboard. That man that you had seen before yells out, "You're gonna want to drop soon. Don't want you running into the harbor."
Oh.
Funny you should say that.
All right. So I guess we. Do we not have it? Like, is that the actual consensus? We don't fucking have an anchor.
You have an anchor.
There we go.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
I
His name
got
is
it.
Nero.
Drop that shit.
Alright,
Drop
guys,
Nero
that
into the
was-
water.
Alright, there we go. Would appreciate ship stats.
So, you hoist your sails. The sound dwindling. The rigging slows. You can hear the sound of the anchor just dragging along the water until it slowly comes to a stop.
it's done.
Like a glove.
Several of the guards on each side of you that took the port next to you begin trotting off, making their way to your side before clearing a space for you to get off. The man, the beautiful man, waits with arms behind him, a stoop posture, chin up, and a gleam in his eyes.
You know, are we getting arrested?
Oh, wait.
Is there a freighter around here?
I'll die before I go to a dungeon prison again, gentlemen.
Like a Dungeon Dragon.
Not joking.
I believe you.
All right, I guess I just walk up to the guy. I'm like, so, what's going on? Like, guys escorted us in. Like, we've been at sea for Lord knows how long.
Where's the red carpet?
Well, I'm not exactly permitted to discuss it with you out in the open, but I can tell you that Lord Wallace would like to see you immediately. I will have to send a missionary. 1 second, and he claps his hands. A man appears, pushing through the swaths, the sea of armor. He looks a little unkempt, bags under his eyes, baggy clothing, ink and parchment in his hand. You can put that away, Reginald. We need you to tell the Lord that we have some visitors.
Oh, Reginald. Oh.
Yes, sir. And then he turns around and scurries off. For the time being, we only ask that you stay put. These lovely gentlemen here, and he points to, he opens his arm, kind of pointing to the men in armor, will be your entourage, making sure you get there safely and without hassle. Once we hear back from my dear scribe, we will be on our way. Must make sure the Lord is available, of course.
Probably eating cheese.
We couldn't just, go to a tavern and obviously we're not going to be able to go anywhere and I'll just kind of look at everybody in armor.
That complicates things. Let's just say you have a good amount of importance for us, more than you may realize. We don't want you spreading word before Lord himself has heard.
Oh.
I mean,
Okay.
yeah, it's fair. I mean, this could be about a lot of things. It could be like that time
Yeah.
back alive. It could be the undead dragon. It could be the dragon, the fucking snake. It could be the fact that one of our members talked to a god and we kind of got a blessing. It could be the source web. It could be a lot of things. It could be the local cult. It could be the collection of the heart, mind, and soul. I can't remember the two names.
Order the... Yeah, you're right. A heart, mind, and soul.
So, ooh,
This
okay.
is my fault.
Alright, let's get off the boat. Get off the boat. Because-
Wait, so where exactly are we? Just want to make sure.
Ah,
I saw
I
the
apologize.
flag.
I suppose you don't have a map or anything.
I do. I'll write it down. I'll talk it. I do actually. Alright, let
Who
me
is
take
this
that one
man
quick
that
quill.
speaks?
So then you know where you are.
Are we in North Scarlet or are we in Raylan's Gate? Armin?
Like, we've been at sea for a while
Brother.
and
Yeah.
kind of twisted around.
Naming random cities on the
No,
continent
I
isn't.
named
I know
the
where
ones
we
on the
are.
coast. I said I could put on the map. Put it in
The
text.
former is correct. You are in the beautiful city of North Scarlet.
Alright.
Oh, I'm so close to home. I can taste it.
Alright, I'm just gonna write down the question mark on that location because it could be where the cult is.
After about half an hour of just waiting around, to the point where, like, you've finally settled, you're actually almost a little thankful it's taken so long, because you found yourself leaning each direction and preparing for waves that are not approaching. And by the time his scribe returns with a vigorous nod, the man returning one in haste, you found your footing. Um, he bows his head, turns, the guards separate, and he begins to walk away. This way, gentlemen and lady.
Alright, give me a second. I gotta grab our transportation and I wanna fold up the boat and put it in my bag. Hey, it's a folding boat.
It is a folding moat.
It is-
The man is going to look astounded.
Let me tell you, our last 2 ships got stolen, so we gotta keep it safe.
You gotta keep the boat safe.
It folds into a little briefcase and he attaches a handcuff to it.
He just like looks at Reginald, and Reginald is vigorously writing down to the point where like he doesn't have an ink bottle on him, so he's like, I'm out of ink. He's like, well then you better remember the details. And then they start walking away.
I'm like making
Or
sure
Reginald.
I'm putting a little string on it. Alright, there you go. This is gonna keep him out. And yeah, I just put away my bag of holding.
I'm having Lara
Oh
turn
my
back into a
God.
griffin.
Times I wish I was still playing as Theron. Oh God. The racist elf. How we miss him.
I don't.
So you make your way
Oh
past the
boy,
harbor.
you'll love Ethan's next campaign. Racism
God.
baked right in.
Oh yeah, it is. The entourage of people and guards guiding you feels all too familiar, and for some of you, it is. This is, close to your home. This town, although not home to you, you can tell has a sense of pride in its structures. The people are cleanly and positive. You get glancing smiles and waves. People that are, I mean, as far as you're concerned, well below you on the totem pole, but seem to bear no mind to that. The ambience is calm and friendly, and it's a stark contrast to some of the other cities you've been to, let alone the ocean you've been stuck in.
Or in the town in the ocean. Or continent, I guess you could say now.
They call that Southern hospitality. Some of you guys wouldn't know anything about that.
About, I mean, honestly, they're pushing out of the way. So, we'll say about 20 minutes of walking. Parts of it are cobblestone, parts of it are dirt. There's a few merchants on either side, but most people seem to be doing their biddings of the day. Chores, cooking, things of that nature. Until you walk upon a rather nice castle. It's not anything grandiose, but you can tell its construction is very well maintained. There is fuck, are they called palisades, Aaron? What are the things, the metal bar gates?
Oh, portcullis, I think.
Portcullis. So the portcullis is open, and they march you straight in, and then
The pork clitoris.
at the end of this rather small courtyard area. I mean, it's big in terms of, anything you guys have ever owned or lived with, but small compared to some of the other kingdoms you've been to. It's a small grove, some lush grass, a bit of shrubbery, some vines. It's pleasant, homey.
Homie.
And at the end, you see what clearly seems to be the lord and lady. The lady is actually taller than the man. She has long red hair, a little half crown on made of silver. The man, same thing, half crown of silver. But he has
Hey, Solas,
short,
you could
curly
say-
golden locks.
Hey, Solas, you could say he's a short king.
Thank you. That was the joke.
Are we? How short are we talking? Like Farquaad short, or like?
No, not Farquaad short, just shorter than her. If anything, she's actually quite tall.
Do me and Finn know any like regional greetings for their majesties?
I mean, the most traditional one is just a simple bow. Not even like a full fold in half bow, just a gentle, like, how do you do?
That's what I'm doing.
As you approach, the guards going out of the way, the man goes to give introductions, but the Lord holds up his hand. There'll be no need. I've got, well, plenty of time for you, and I hope you've made some for me. If you'll follow me in, Sylvia, you can return to your affairs. She nods, bows, does a little curtsy, and walks back. He waits a few moments, pausing to let her make her way back inside to the castle, before he gives a slight nod to each of you, turns around, hands behind back, and begins walking. His clothes are fine, but they are not ornate. He is a cleanly but humble lord. And as you make your way in to the main area where it seems he does most of his business, it's been cleared out save for a few guards. Some of the guards don't even follow you guys in. They return back to their posts in the city. Others make way and post up in this oh god, I forgot, like the throne room basically. He sits down at his throne, beckoning for you to come forward. The man and his scribe, like the beautiful man and his scribe, each go to a different side door, left and right of you. The doors behind you shut. So, I'm sure you're wondering why I've got you here.
Yes.
Well, the first and most important thing, the reason I've even dragged you into my castle. You are the first ship in 3 days that has showed up in our harbour. And I have a feeling you might know something about that.
Oh, we sure do.
Where do we
Well.
start?
He snaps his fingers. Two hooded figures, one from each side, walk in. They're not shadows. You notice that immediately. They just keep their heads low. It's like they have black belts with black insignias of the city, but like a mix of gray and white marbled cloaks. It's actually rather nice. I need all of you to make a charisma saving throw.
Okay.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
This is I'm just assuming since they're
That's a nat 20. I am not impressed. I am not impressed.
19.
That's +5 to everybody.
Oh, +5 to that 19?
That's
Oh,
a
24.
23 for me. Uh-huh.
It's a nat 20. Nat 20, baby. Natural
27 for me.
20.
With that
It's a
+5
saving throw.
bonus.
It's not that impressive.
Damn you, Nero.
What?
Always got a 1-up.
I know.
Um,
it's even better.
You all are immediately understanding of what he attempted to do, or at least what these
My reaction.
what these two mages attempted to do. And by the looks on your faces, the Lord understands that he has failed. Well, so much for sly formalities.
I mean, hey, we have a paladin with us. Just tell them to make an oath of telling you only the truth.
You've taken the words right out of my mouth. Sir Paladin, what is your name?
Spirit.
Spirit. So, Spirit, on your livelihood as a paladin, on your patrons, and any god you worship, do you promise to tell the truth?
And nothing but the truth.
Promise. Oh, by tier. Anything that comes out of my mouth will be the truth.
Well, for those of you that are unfamiliar with what they've done, we tried to set a nice zone of truth. We need no lies in this courthouse, and that includes my own. You will hear nothing but truth from me as well. Fair?
Yeah,
Fair.
that's fair.
Fair.
Then let's start from the beginning. Why have I not seen ships in 3 days?
Ooh, that's a tough one. It could be like 3 reasons.
There are many
Well,
reasons.
the two most likely reasons. One,
Sea serpent.
there was a giant sea serpent deity that was released. I don't know how many days ago.
And it sank an entire continent.
2, there was a smaller sea serpent making its way around the waters, and if we didn't have the help of many people that we've met in the past, we wouldn't have been able to defeat it.
A lot of people died.
A lot of people died. We all almost died, but it's dead now. But we don't know how many other sea serpents there are out there.
He nods encouragingly, eyes wide with curiosity and intent. I
Give him
understand.
Give him a recap of all the events, like Michael Pena from Just go through everything.
I got you. I got you. I get the vibe.
Oh yeah, so there was this dude and my cousin who saw him at a party.
After you regale him with your stories, and there seems to be no judgment or even questioning tones, he believes you. Interesting. He bites his lip, eyes on the ground as he's thinking, like trying to concoct the proper sentence.
I mean, there might be a way to fix it or something. I only have a guess.
Question, do you tell him about the shadows and the cult?
And that's actually what I was about to do. I was gonna say, hey, I think I have a solution on how to fix it. I want to show him the image or like the drawn picture that was on the boat initially of the symbol for the cultists. I'm trying to find the picture, but I can't find it.
I've got the picture. Post it.
I will save it again.
Oh, also, so this is an AI image, but this is like what I imagine the town to look like. But imagine like an early medieval painting. This is not going to be a super high detailed or like great shading or lighting,
In the corner
but
there.
this is a general just a general vibe of this town. So
Okay.
Okay.
Probably not susceptible to flood.
Well, at least they didn't build next to a Titan wall.
You got it there?
True. As for the cult image,
Oh yeah, now I remember how I remember it because it reminds me of a clown.
I could see it.
So, like, there's the nose right there.
Yeah.
I always see the East India Trading Company.
But yeah, do you know if there's any activity around these parts with people of interest?
Well, some of it looks interesting, but these letters are not that hourglass shape. There's the Temple of God. Not any god I know of, just they called him God. I know it's somewhere in Relin, but it's not in North Scarlet. They use a similar symbol. The hourglass is like a way to show time has passed or something of the sort. I apologize. I'm not too familiar with them. But these shadows, I have never heard of. We have had no shadows here.
I mean, they're really secretive. Like, there is some weird shit that they're able to do. Like, you think they can manipulate shadows? Think about being inside of a mirror. That's hardcore magic right there.
This is true, but what confuses me is they would integrate themselves into the royalty, and I have no such issue.
I mean,
My peers are vetted.
Do you want a honest answer or something similar?
An honest answer would be pleasant.
I just think you're not important.
That's
You can see a twinge of
Wow.
like anger in his eye.
Think about it. Like, okay, sure, you're a port city, but like, you're not a major city. All that. I mean, like, think about it. They might not want to like dip in the resources into your town.
I mean,
like,
ultimately, it's.
profit, yeah.
I mean, does kind of sound like a positive though when you really look at the bright side of things. Like you don't have to worry
Yes.
about.
He takes a deep breath. I must understand. Your friend is not. He's not a soothsayer. Not exactly a way with words, is he?
No.
Nope. I have
No,
almost been.
no. Look.
executed twice.
Are we looking at the same guy? Like you can just look at him and tell.
Yeah, now he's all scrawny and his armor's all fucked up. Like he
Hey,
doesn't
I'm
fit him
not that
right.
scrawny. It's just now I have all the negatives of not sleeping.
Yeah,
A quick
that's
question.
fair. Of course.
Have you had anybody going missing recently? People? Children?
Children, yeah, that was actually part of the way on how they brought back the Dead Titan. They killed a lot of people, including a lot of children.
He snaps his fingers. A few moments pass, and that same scribe, Reginald, comes bounding in. This time prepared, one hand with parchment, the other with ink and a quill. Reggie, have we any disappearing children?
And people count.
No, sir. Not that I know of, sir.
I mean, see, if they're that good, you probably wouldn't know anyway.
Maybe you should put out a citywide notice of check for your loved one. Check your family members you haven't visited in a while.
Do you know
see
where your
he
kids
seems
are?
to nod in agreement, even motioning to some of the guards, the two in the back of the room next to the door, open the door and leave, seemingly doing exactly what you've asked.
Yeah, do a welfare.
My children are, well, with their mother, currently doing some basic herbology. She's got a bit of a green thumb. Me, I've got a black one.
You should get that
Blech.
checked out.
Oh my god, curse images on the internet.
Yeah, I know.
Fucking. It always does that. I go to copy an image. It's like 50-50 whether or not it copies it. Make cum shot.
Did they just order like quadruple
yeah,
mayo?
it's like a
He said
fuckload of
extra
mayo.
and they said fuck you, and put all the mayo.
Would you like me to send a courier to any of your family members? I can do that much at the very least.
I don't know. I don't know how sketchy you are. I'd rather not tell you where they live. These are some
Understandable.
wild forces
Like,
that we're dealing with.
I am.
Unless you're either gonna A, kill yourself or start praying, you're not gonna be able to talk to the equivalent of mine.
I don't even know where
Okay.
you can find fans. He probably has like 5 of them.
5 million of them.
Well, I shall make you a deal then. I could send my best men on it, but my best men have kept my city great for a long time. And seeing as I'm trying to return it to its former glory as best I can, Spirit and Fane, you would know that North Scarlet actually used to be the original capital of Relin, before it moved to Scarlet.
Yeah, I see why they put the north.
Then I should like to put you on it. You are the closest to it. You have the most information. And though I know if you can't trust me yet, I have a bit of a bargaining chip for you.
What?
2, really. He claps his hands. 2 servants come out, leaving the doors open, 1 on each side. I have a room for each of you in this castle. A room that you may stay at your leisure. Currently, I have a woman in each of your beds.
Hey, hey.
For the lady, I have a man.
It would have been better if you said half a man.
She is more woman than you have had, I am sure.
Hey, hey.
Hey, hey, ho, ho.
And you would do kindly to treat these women with respect. Take your time. Enjoy yourself. I will have guards waiting outside.
Just give me 1 round. Get it 6 seconds.
A quick shot, huh?
No. D&D broke. But I'm just saying, is that all you're offering? I mean, that's a brothel and a
No.
tavern what you could just do.
For the time being, I have sent another to the treasury. It will give you some spending money. And some clothes that fit with the town.
Oh, also a carriage, because our last one got ate up.
The carriages are at the exits of the city. We don't have carriages through the city.
This whole place is like jungle.
I was gonna say, it's a town
Surrounded
that
by
actually is
trees.
nice where everything's in walking distance. You know, like,
Yeah.
I gotta go carriage, I gotta go drive 30 minutes to the local Aldi's.
Cities before the invention of the automobile.
So, while you are enjoying your women and men, I will send a few couriers with your gold. In exchange, I ask that you merely keep me updated. But let me say this, and I will only say it once. If you damage these women, men, or any of my property, it will come out of your gold, or from the blood in your veins. Understood?
Perfectly.
Fair enough.
I want to do something while he's leaving.
Oh, he's not leaving. He's sitting.
He said he
Oh,
was,
okay.
we're in his
Oh.
throne room.
I'm gonna turn to Spirit. I was like, dude, he's not gonna want her back when I'm done.
Oh, I got the perfect image for this.
Fucking Saudi bachelor party. Like,
Who else is in the room besides us?
Guards, the couriers / servants, and the lord.
Would there realistically be a time where he's like talking to somebody else while we're on our way out?
I mean, you presume, but until that moment happens, you won't know. Why do you ask?
If he starts to talk to somebody, I'm gonna say Shepard's name and try to gauge his response.
Oh, okay.
And I'll be twiddling his finger.
Oh my god.
Because I have it, so instead of twiddling my own finger, I'll try
I thought you meant the lord's finger. I was like, what?
no Shepard's finger.
Just using Shepard's finger to curl your fucking short and curlies.
Just spinning it around.
So, I mean, honestly, yeah. So he motions for the servants to come up. He whispers a few words in there. As you do, you say, "Shepherd." He stops for a moment, looks at you, a bit confused. What of them?
You know of Shepherd?
Um, I know of the shepherds who tend my sheep.
He got you there.
No one can see this, but my eyes are so squinched.
Why don't you roll an insight?
Unfortunate name of antagonist.
17.
You're pretty confident he is not hiding anything. He is being as truthful as you are aware, to be honest.
Okay.
He has not heard of this word other than the profession.
Because all of this is sounding like Spirit. I'm I'm a little paranoid now.
Do you know of a shepherd? Do you have a special one for your sheep?
No, this isn't a shepherd you have to worry about anymore.
He did.
He wasn't that good.
Oh. Well,
Just curious.
I should be curious myself. What does a shepherd do to lay at the end of your blade? Did he steal all of your sheep?
No,
I mean, we still have to tell him the truth, so.
I mean, yeah, I was gonna say, it's just a name of a former enemy. Just coincidence, it's also the name of an occupation.
I see. And was he one of these shadows you talked about?
In a sense, yes. Also part of the main reason on why continent's in the ocean.
Ah. Understood. Well, I have a bit more information for you. That church I was talking about, it is called the Church of Jesus Christ. I'm not familiar.
Oh, shit.
My servant tells me it is found in Lethis.
I have a picture I've been saving for a few years. I'll be looking for it in the meantime.
Alright. This is in my backstory, but I did my paladin training in Lethis.
Under Jesus Christ.
Not under Jesus Christ, under Tyr. But would I have known if it was built recently or if it's always been a thing?
You have not heard of it, and considering you trained in Lethis, it was recent.
Oh my god, Aaron, we're going after the corpse parts. Damn, no one know JoJo? Damn, just me.
Alright, there's a part of my paladin thing that I'm supposed to be doing right now, and I'm trying to find my notes.
No worries. Take your time.
Oh. And if you have somebody who's like a town's crier, you know, maybe just word of mouth, spread the word of a man named Hasid Fazim. He's a leather worker. One of the greatest people I've ever met. He's the reason why we're so successful. You may not know him, and there's not much context behind this, but we needed him.
I will send word.
Shut the fuck up and leave me alone.
Before I send you to your rooms, because we are still waiting on the treasury, and your partners, shall we say, are waiting on you. But I have but one more question. I have heard of these mercenaries from the Fra and Elysia.
No
I've been through.
fucking way they live.
Bruh.
It's either the people who are copycats of us, or it's the people we hired who stole from us.
I have heard tales that they met this frost dragon. And now you tell me you have done the same. And you have also arisen a giant.
We witnessed the arisen of a giant. We tried to stop
Mike,
it.
of course. My question to you. Are you one and the same?
I mean, shit, with magic, you never know.
Hence why I'm asking the paladin. If so, words of your travels have spread far.
Well, unless there's someone as dashing as me and my party who's doing eerily similar things, or just happens to be in the same places, which is a incredible coincidence. I would imagine those stories are about us. But I can't be 100% sure because there was a
course.
time where we saw a group that looked like us many, many moons ago.
Ah, there was quite a big difference, though, if you remember.
I don't.
I'm pretty sure they were gender swapped.
They were gender swapped versions of you guys.
And also,
So unless they're specifically saying there's one really hung centaur in that group, not the same.
Well, I mean, hung like a horse is a reason. It's a term for a reason.
I mean, I'm putting my money to gold right there that centaur in their group doesn't have a sad backstory of their family dying.
Damn.
Well, have you seen any other centaurs?
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, with the gender swap one.
I meant besides that.
Nope. And
Exactly. You think he's got family that's alive? Maybe it's
Gotta
her
track
brother.
him down. Maybe he's in the room waiting for me. We can repopulate.
He's probably a distant cousin of yours. That's a bad idea.
But yeah, there's a chance that it, more than likely, it's us. But there's also a very, I don't know the likelihood of this. I'm not a mathematician in this realm, but there's a chance that there's somebody who's a group that's very similar to ours who has been mimicking us,
Well,
but we haven't seen them in a while.
I'll take the chance. In each of your rooms and each of your wardrobes is a cloak. It bears the marking of the city. I would highly recommend putting that over what you have currently been brought to me wearing. There are some changes of clothes as well in there. Feel free to use them at your leisure. Those will not cost you anything.
That implies that other things come at a cost. Just sometimes
Yes,
you gotta nitpick.
if you take the mirror off the wall, if you take the brush from your bedside, if you take the silk sheets from my beds, that will cost you. But the
Hear
women,
that?
the clothes, and the gold I am giving you, those are free.
So motel
Anything you
rooms, like-
take or damage will cost you blood or gold.
Motel rooms got you.
I'm just
Motel
looking
rules.
at Nero.
Don't take anything from the mini fridge.
$30 small can of Coke.
When you go out in the city and you learn the information you do, I would recommend wearing those clothes. These rooms will be yours for your time in this city. My only request, you inform me as you can, and you inform me when you are leaving this city. I will make sure the guards keep watch, and you will have a safe trip, one way or another.
Hey, if I could add one more thing on your to-do list to make sure no one's corrupting your palace or army or anything of that, you might want to also run an audit, make sure no one's getting paid more than what they're supposed to or living a bit life of luxury above their income level. They might be getting paid off.
Let's see.
Hey, what was the name of that inn over in that was like the chain inn with the
with a bunch of the clones.
Simulacrum. What was the name of that thing?
I don't remember the name, but it was Salazar's. Salazar's Inn.
You'll never want to
Yeah,
leave.
I'm just gonna mention that to him as well if we didn't already. It's like if you got somebody named Salazar who's opening up these inns and they have raving reviews. One, be very careful because he's pretty powerful. Two, he's probably up to some nefarious shit.
I mean, he was the guy that was like providing those bodies and children towards the fucking cult.
Yep.
I will check the deeds of the shop owners.
I really,
if there's
maybe
anyone
he
by
would
that
learn.
name.
Though. Maybe he's not Salazar anymore. Maybe he's Thalazar.
Oh yeah, but still,
no, that kind of
multiple
ego.
ends by running by the same looking person. That's still a dead giveaway.
That is all you need. This is all I need. And you may enjoy your rooms. The guards will knock on the door and leave when the gold is at your doorstep. But until then, your rooms will be guarded with the utmost security.
Alright. Hey, I know.
Hmm.
Would it be rude to ask the guards if they want to join in?
Bro, what?
I'm just gonna pretend I didn't hear that and walk away.
Alright.
If you follow me this way, lady and sirs. Oh. And he, like, bashfully turns away and begins leading you through one of the side rooms and down one of the halls. It doesn't take you long.
Hey, I'm just assuming, Spirit, he never said anything about us using soap. Because, I mean, that's just assumed, right?
Bro, you can press the digitation, your asshole.
Yeah, and I still want the smell of dope.
You can literally make
He
it.
he literally can't do that anymore.
No, I could.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
a fuck up at the moment, but yeah. I said everything and everything. It's all good. Like, I could.
Yeah.
No.
So, guards
It's-
lead you.
It's funny at the bit at the moment.
Yeah. So, guards lead you down intricate halls with ornate tapestries and paintings. Muddled footsteps echo across the subtle stonework as they show you the various areas of the castle before you reach your rooms. A dining area, the bathhouse, even personal bathrooms. And eventually, your individual rooms fit with silk sheets, wardrobes fit for royalty, a chest and storage aplenty, and the smell of flowers wafting. As you each go into your rooms, the guards each take their time to remind you everything in that room is accounted for. You take anything, and we will cost you.
There's so much for
You're gonna accost me.
A cost?
Trespassers will be prostituted.
Yeah, first thing I'm doing is Divine Sense.
Oh, smart.
It's
I'm
neutral.
doing that while I'm walking. While
There
I'm
is-
walking down the hall.
There is no good or bad, it is simply neutral.
My only thing is just keeping in mind the potential exits if need be.
Oh, shit. Let's just assume that Lara had a place to go.
Probably play it in the courtyard.
Yeah, I mean, there's the courtyard, there's stables.
Is Lara in doggo mode?
No, she's in Griffin mode.
Ah,
big
Up
girl
in
now.
doggo mode.
Big O.
I have my hand at the base of my blade before I walk into my room.
As you do, you see a woman lounging on there, almost entirely naked. As you do that, well, if you needed someone to handle your sword, I believe that's my job.
I was about to say what I'm looking for.
Doesn't know what to say.
Interesting. That's what they all say. You use
Oh,
your
do they?
lusty abilities. Try to take over my body.
I mean, we can just cuddle if you'd prefer. Or
How much do you
maybe,
get paid?
oh, um, usually about, depending on the circumstances, 5 to 10 gold a session.
I'm just gonna like sit down. I'm gonna clasp my hands together, and just stare. Let me see if I can find a gift for this.
I'm just too captivated. I found one with Woody with Brian from
What the fuck?
Family Guy. So,
Yeah, that's, that's what I'm.
She kind of, like, props up, puffs her chest out, and lays her hand on your shoulders. Maybe you'd prefer I get you out of your armor and scrub you down in the bath.
Is it a private bath?
Of course. That side room over there, and she points to a door connected adjacent to yours. I can have a mage heat up the water, or we could have a few servants bring in hot water. Maybe the chef boil the pot.
That actually sounds pretty nice.
The helmet stays on.
Helmet stays on.
You don't want it to rust, do you?
Oh, this is a special kind of helmet.
I see. Well, everyone give me a performance check, please.
Oh hell no! You think I'm
Yeah.
doing that? I got a vow of celibacy.
Not that +6.
Do you actually have a vow of celibacy?
No, but I don't want to do it with a woman. Nor
Yeah, I'm a
man.
rabbit, and I don't crossbreed.
Imagine they get you a custom rabbit.
And
version.
21.
in case you haven't remembered, I am a priest, so
6.
Man,
Yeah.
you know, oh god, I'm just be glad Jew's fucking recording.
I was gonna say, Ethan, in my case, I'm gonna say, alright, get ready, and I'm gonna start doing sit-ups. I'm gonna need someone to keep me down. Put your hands on my feet so I can do some reps.
She looks
do you even have the ability to do
Shocked.
that anymore?
He can do sit-ups. He just can't do near as many as he used to.
Yep,
I
I
don't
still
know.
gotta keep the condition up.
I don't know.
Decrepit condition.
Hey, me and Saul as fuck.
As for you, Finn, the woman, first thing she says, "Are you a priest all the time?"
Oh. Oh.
You gotta take off the little collar.
I'm just gonna ignore that statement. Question statement. Or I could do what I really want to do, but that would be threatening. We're not gonna do that.
Hmm?
So I will stay silent. Again, moments I wish I was playing Theron. Oh! Oh, the choices of characters that I make. Son of a biscuit.
She's really trying
I mean-
to play on the charm, so she's like trying to like run her hands over you, and you just fucking smack them. You're like, nope.
Oh, she put her hands on me?
Oh, Lord.
Yes, but not aggressively.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I'll just make the mace catch on fire real quick and see if she just stops.
Why can't you just be like the priest from fucking Scary Movie?
Oh wait, no. I saw that. No, I really wanted to be like this, but then I'm like, nah, I'm a priest. We can't be doing that.
You know, you wouldn't be the only priest I've been with.
Oh no.
Always flip a coin.
Where's the bar in this place? That's where I want to go.
A priest that drinks, but doesn't fornicate. Interesting.
Priests are definitely allowed to drink. 100%.
Maybe a few later. I can ask someone to bring it up. Would you prefer I leave?
Hey, send her my way, Finn.
You don't
No,
know.
No. No.
Don't waste your money on
No.
good, strong real
Spending any
estate.
money. I'm sorry. I'm just not. I'm not that person.
I understand. I've been paid all the same. But it would be remiss of me to not try. I doth love a temptation.
I'll give her 20 gold for her effort.
Oh! Damn!
Jeez, man.
I'll hook her on layaway, I see.
Well,
Just so you didn't waste all of your time, and you can't say you didn't try, but not interested.
as you wish. And she does like a gentle bow. And like, you can tell she's trying to like show a bit of cleavage, but she's like, she's not pushing you. She just stands up, gives a little bow, takes the gold, and walks out. And you're about to get up, find your way to the nearest bar, when, as you open the door, you see her once again, a robe over her, and a nice large bottle of what you presume to be wine.
I imagine you just say thanks, grabs the bottle, and closes the door.
I mean, I presumed that's what he was going to do, to be honest.
Appreciate it.
Not that mean.
Priestiate it.
Appreciate it. Oh, that's funny. Is there only one bottle?
I mean, I could get more. I didn't realize you drank so heavily.
Oh no, I'll just have one for myself. Won't you need one?
Oh. She kind of like drops her eyes to the ground a little unexpectedly. I didn't realize you wanted company.
Yeah, just not sex. You can drink.
Based.
That bottle was free. I took it from the chef, but he will notice too. So that 20 gold will do me good. I'll be
Hey,
back in a
see?
moment.
Works out for everybody.
She walks away and a few moments later returns with a bottle and another mug for herself.
Perfect. Let's drink.
As for Aina, you treat this man like you're an Amazon, and
Well, I'll walk in there. How tall is he?
I mean, he's like 6 foot, 6.5.
Alright. I'm gonna grab
Like,
a
he's
chair. You're
taller.
gonna need this. You need to get up to the correct height.
Oh well, it's been a while for you and not for him, so you have a grandiose time. However, you were almost immediately exhausted afterwards. He is like, is that all you need? Like,
No, prison school.
soulless spirit. You guys are putting out like champs. A good 20-30 minutes go by before you're satisfied. Nero, athletics for your thing.
Give me another 20. I didn't roll it earlier with 17, but I can roll again.
You sure there's not another exercise you'd like to do?
Yeah, sure. All right, let's do some squats. Follow me. 1.
I knew it. I knew it. She does it. She's gonna yeah. She's going to.
All right, that's a good warm. All right, now we're gonna do some planks.
Man, got to make those gains.
All right, that's good for set 1. Take a breather. And yeah, we
Do
are.
you do this often?
And I actually did do this pretty often because I was not able to sleep for the longest time. I've been cursed,
Solus
but-
putting in work, looking at the mirror.
This is a scenario that even I don't know what I would do. Because I would tell her that I wasn't able to sleep for a long time, but I was gonna say I was cursed. I am tempted to try and cast a warlock spell, but that seems like a bad idea. Let's just say, at the moment, I'm no longer cursed, and I want to enjoy my freedom I can. So now I'm able to work out without worry of not being able to sleep. Can you imagine how much anguish I go through when you can't sleep after working out? You have so much sore muscles. Awful. Alright, get back to it. 1.
She's like bewildered, but she helps.
By the way, wait, is she a human? Or just questioning.
Yeah. Yes.
Alright, you're not my type. 1.
Wow.
I have very strict restrictions. I will not break them for anyone.
Horse people only.
No, she's my best friend from childhood. I don't even see her as a woman.
You see me as a horse, a
Yep.
big horse.
Sometimes an ugly one.
Damn.
Feels bad.
Not here. Metagame. But yeah, it's gonna be an intense workout session because now that we're on land, I can actually get some good calisthenics.
Oh, what's that scene from you know, the one where Homer has like all of his fat tied up behind him?
Oh.
I wonder if I can find it.
Ooh, 19 on the die, so plus 7, so 26, Ethan.
26 to.
Athletics.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you're definitely gonna be able to pump it out. After about an hour, so you guys get your time with your women, as well as a nice relaxation, be able to take a bath, change your clothes, throw that city cloak over you before you hear a knock at the door.
Oh, Ethan, I have the cloak of many fashions, so I'm gonna pocket the cloak in my bag of holding and copy the
That's
style.
fine. That is fine.
You need a backup cloak for the cloak.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Jesus.
twin tilt flick.
That was a lot of shit.
I heard.
You hear the sound of metal clanging together before it fades off in the distance outside your doors.
check out our door, or just me?
Yeah, I'm gonna check the door.
Okay, so each of you check your door, and at the foot of each of your doors are silk sacks. As you pick it up, you can tell there's plenty of coin in it. Upon opening up and bringing it in, you count it. There's 250 gold each.
Lee is a small kingdom.
All right,
Man.
That's a lot
I'm
of
gonna-
gold.
I'm gonna turn to the guy on the bed and be like, you run a bath for me. I'll be back in like 5 minutes. I'm gonna go hunt out Nero's room. And I'm just gonna like
You're gonna hear
drop
loud
200.
banging.
I'm gonna drop 200 gold for you.
You're giving him 200 gold?
I owe him gold, so I'm giving him some. Yes.
He's not strong enough to fight you if you don't give it to him. So
I am strong, just not in the way you think.
yeah, strongly stupid.
And I'm gonna take a bath, and then I'm gonna get this poor like courtesan wash me. Wash the horse half. I can't get to it that well.
Wash this pussy.
That is a fair point. I'm
Wash
assuming
this horse ass.
Wash that horse taco. It's smelling awfully hoarse.
horse. I'm feeling a bit hoarse. My voice is hoarse. It's all par for the course. I ran out of rhymes.
He gave us clothes, right? How many pairs? Just one?
Just one pair.
I mean, shit, it's better. I only had one pair. Now I got two pair. Common clothes, Ethan, or fine? Because it's just the difference in the common item, pretty much.
I mean, yeah.
Alright, I'll just get another pair.
This is what kingdom are we in? Relin?
We
Say
are
it. Say,
North Scarlet of Relin.
okay. He also gave us a cloak. I'm gonna add that. I'm gonna wear the cloak.
Oh, what's
After
the
I'm
design
done.
of the cloak? I'm just gonna edit that in my name.
I mean, it's just a basic, like, earthy color, like brown and green, but it's got the black insignia of North Scarlet.
North Scarlet design. I misspelled that, but I'm not gonna fix it.
Can I ask my lady of the night if she's seen anything weird?
I've seen a lot of things weird. You know what job I do, correct?
Yeah, but this is the worst kind of weird. If you know what I'm talking about.
Do you think all my patrons are pleasant? She turns her arm over, and you can see a long scar along her forearm. One man didn't think he got his money's worth.
Does he still breathe?
Not in my direction.
That's bad. And I am sorry for you. But I was talking more along the lines of, I don't know, secret underground cultish kidnappings, children being taken away in droves.
Oh. No, not here. I actually used to be from Scarlet. I came here on a whim, and I haven't looked back. Pleasant city. Hell, I've seen stray children, orphans, taken in by bakers and blacksmiths. More hands make less work, so.
I'm just imagining Spear writes down suspects, bakers, and blacksmiths.
Like blacksmith question mark again.
They weren't, like, killed or anything. They were actually given a roof, food, and, depending on the blacksmith or baker, some spending copper. Sometimes I've even seen some of them with the silver or gold. Though, admittedly not often. The food does plenty for them.
You know, everything about this town seems like it's a great place.
It
But
is.
Which makes me suspicious.
What confused me to my core is when we asked the Lord if there were like massive kidnappings and he had to ask his aid. I imagine that's something that anybody would know of. And he wouldn't have to question it.
Yes, normally I'd agree with you, but... Listen, don't go repeating this to him, but Lord Wallace seems more concerned with the politics than anything else sometimes. He's a good man, and a loving father and wife. But
Oh, okay. I think he said that a little bit wrong. I'm having fun. A loving father and wife.
a loving father and a loving wife, what do you mean?
Oh,
Loving hu-
I thought it
he's a
was
loving father and loving husband.
I did say that wrong.
Oh,
Thank
man.
you. A loving father and a loving husband.
I guess we know who wears the pants in the room.
I think I meant a loving father with a loving loving wife.
No, okay,
That's
yeah.
what I'm thinking.
But
No, I just couldn't get that image out of my head.
no,
I'm
it's
just
fair.
like, it's like the Jarl Ballin, like it's fucking Jarl Balgroff, like, but it's the like they just sex swapped him with the fucking council commands. It's just- bearded man, bearded lady.
Well, I'll take your word for it.
He has people for that, you know? I mean, truth be told, Lady Wallace would probably be more inclined, more informed about that, but I mean, she does more around the city than he does. He's more about maintaining the face. He really wants this to be the capital again. But it would not be as it was if it was not for Lady Wallace. They are a good pair. And I know he paid for me, but believe it or not, he has never paid for me for himself. I am just on his dime.
So you say Lady Wallace has most of the power. Or at
Well,
least she does most of the
Most of
work.
the information. I wouldn't say most of the power. It is a man's world.
Where might I find Lady Wallace?
Right now, teaching her children. Truth be told, you probably won't be able to talk to her until at least midday tomorrow. But around that time, she likes to make her rounds through the city. Ask various merchants what they may need shipped in, and that has gotten harder from what I've heard. Help some of the children. I've even seen her give a few coins away. I don't know where she gets it from, but maybe she's got an in with the treasurer.
Oh, suspect.
Yo.
Yo, Charity, suspect.
I'm putting this bitch on the top of my list. She's probably a really good lady, but who knows?
You never know.
Why do you ask?
History is a funny way of imprinting itself on you. I started, I want to say I started my life bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. I was so very trusting. And then every day since then, after I became a paladin, I found that not everything is as it seems. Some of those that you trust with your utmost being could always be the ones that can backstab you. There's a lot of people at work in a lot of high places. Actually, they're everywhere. So while I don't doubt that Lord Wallace is a good man, I can't discount the possibility that his wife is involved in something else.
Those that are close to stuff and do the worst, I understand. This scar was actually from my ex-husband. I'm fully aware.
Your own people.
It do be your own people.
Do indeed. Well, I don't want to take up any of your time outside of everything that I've already taken up.
Well, it's no worry. Truth be told, the knock on the door was my sign to go, but I have some leisure. I don't have another opportunity, shall we say, for a little bit. Might as well get a breather.
I swear, your line of work, it seems just so sad to me.
It can. But it pays for my meals. It gives me a roof over my head. And despite the lasting impressions, and she looks at her arm, it keeps me out of trouble.
I'm sorry, I just imagine like fucking Spirit with his helmet on. He's just fucking like thrust
Helmet, butt
so
ass naked.
so hard. He like fucking he just comes, rolls over, and he's like, "I feel sorry for your line of work."
Yeah. Post-nut clarity hitting hard.
Dude,
Hey, I
they
gave her,
really do.
I gave her rounds.
He gave her a solid wienering. Well, I suppose I should go, let you have your room to yourself, but don't be a stranger, stranger. She, like, grabs her robe, just throws it over her arm, doesn't even put it on, walks out butt-ass naked.
Fine ass. That's a bad bitch. You make a mental note to find some place that has like a strong liquor that I can take with me on our journey.
Just make sure you don't make a vow to her like the other one.
No, I made sure not to. I don't want to curse her to damnation.
I vow I'll fight. Bring Shepard to justice. I'll bring his body back.
Ended up a finger. Maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe I need to make a vow of somebody just to get them killed.
I'm pretty sure that's the vow and enmity that you have.
I do have vow of enmity. Enmity. Is it enmity?
I believe it is Amity.
Yeah, Enmity.
You know what? We'll end the session there. That was some good roleplay.
Oh,
I still have some.
I didn't get. If anyone walked past my room during that entire thing, I was gonna be. I had one curse thing that was gonna like leak through the door.
Oh no.
I mean,
Oh.
It didn't
what is
happen.
it?
I was gonna be like, ride me like I'm your steed and you're a knight.
Yo.
Oh my god.
Alright, we're gonna do some suicide squads now. Easy. Miss me with that having sex shit. You will never get me, Ethan.
You have to try it. It might improve your like constitution a little bit.
No.
I mean, kind of true though.
There's only one race, and he's gonna have to find it at some point.